grind overtime for the shine, but it's been way too long. I've been out here trying to find a way to eat up in these streets for too long. I was just trying to maintain and give me some change, you know what we on. Yeah, no, I won't stop it. I'm chasing this profit till they know that we on. Yeah, all I wanna do is just get money. All I wanna do is just get K. I never give a damn what a hater say. I'ma laugh my way down to the bay.
That bitch built like an X-Man.
Shit, shout out Carlito. He put me on to battle rap, real shit. I've been supporting the culture, but I never had an interest as actually, you know what I'm saying, trying to get down in the ring and everything. And he heard me spit at the Hennessy Talk. Yeah, Hennessy Talk with Shy end of the year cypher last year. And he was like, yo, you sound like you battle rap. I'm like, nah, but I fuck with the culture. So that's how that took place. But Carlito had a big, so he was already establishing things before me and Nix jumped on board. Now, Lito, he do a lot of battling outside the city, you know what I'm saying, outside of Texas. So as far as putting on out here within the scene of ATX, it's been primarily me and my bro. A few other cats and put in work in the ring. Shout out Sonny T. Shout out David Coleman, you know what I'm saying. Shout out J Red even, you know, he done put in some work out here.
Hey man, that last Still Sharp for Still, man, what you think about that? When J Red and Blick.
Man, I told him the same thing, man. I'll never take away nothing from that battle. The battle was fire.
It was last minute.
It was
Super
on the spot joint.
minute.
Nobody, you know, they ain't prepped for each other. Blick was supposed to battle somebody else, actually. You know what I mean? He ain't pulled through, so Red stepped up to the plate. The battle was a good battle, you know what I'm saying? I got to admit that.
Yeah,
the only thing I told Red, I said, nigga, I'm not going to discredit nothing that you put on for the night. But for me to be able to vibe with you, I need consistency.
Right.
Because before that, he came off a rant of, you know what I'm saying, his battles wasn't looking too good. It was in a slump, you know what I mean? A bad slump, you know, no cap, but it was slumping for like a year, like, you know what I mean? So that battle really gave him a lot of light. I'm like, bro, run with it, you know what I mean? Run with that shit. But you got to keep that consistency. Don't get back in that slump, you know what I mean? Bring it to the table where you was before. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to see what's cracking on the next joint, August. That's supposed to be the next big battle rap.
That's what I hear, man. That's what I hear out there.
We all got some plates lined up and everything.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? You had the Three Musketeers, so to speak, on there. Myself, 245, and Foolish Carlito. We, you know what I'm saying? We putting in work nonstop.
That's the three amigos, as I like to put it right there,
real
man.
Shit, though.
Yeah.
So we, you know what I'm saying? Again, we're not the only ones, but we have played a very heavy role. I will say that,
especially
you know,
off that last one, man.
Can't discredit the last one.
Because you had Lito. He went against Stephen Haynes. Then you had
Lito versus Stephen Haynes.
Spoke and Stats Waters, and then
I brought out another. Like, and see, that's the thing. Me and my bro, we got two different lanes in the battle rap thing. You know what I'm saying? Me, 245. I think he had 12 or 13 battles. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. And I've had 8 battles. I want to say 7 or 8, somewhere around there. But you know what I'm saying? We got different cats like. 245 them battled a lot of cats from out of the city. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've primarily battled ATX cats. Like, I want to say damn near all of them, minus 1 or 2 on a good day. You know what I'm saying? So he been taking care of the business as far as cats coming in the city trying to do their thing. Everybody that I done stepped in the ring with, they established within the city. So we pushing them out, you know what I'm saying? And it's not no Jersey versus ATX shit, but at the end of the day, when we get in the ring, you know, we're going to put on for our city. Shout out ATX because we out here making the plays.
How are these matchups like formulated then? Like
it's a big percentage based upon
boxing? Like it feels like it's like boxing.
I mean, you look at a battle rapper's resume as far as the quality, the material, everything they bring to the table as a whole. The culture usually, for the most part, has a lot of say-so on who they want to see battle. You can say, oh, I want to battle such and such over there, and y'all can agree to it. But if cats ain't really trying to see it, you know, it goes uncared for. You know what I mean? So the people say, yo, I think such and such and such and such a battle. That'd be a fire battle. Battlers get to talking. Next thing you know, it gets set up, and we go from there. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of the battles, you got to get the people what they want.
Because they want to see that. Yeah. They want to see that tug of war. So, but I know we talked about this off air, about, I asked you if you have any music outside of battle rapping, or if that's, because when you talked about what you was nominated for, that's what you was like kind of expert at, like writing.
Yeah, no, I don't do music. Honestly, I do that's what I do. I do ghost writing. You know what I mean? I'm a lyricist at the end of the day. That's just like for the Austin Hip Hop Awards, Lyricist of the Year. I do a lot of bar writing. You know what I'm saying? I ghost write for a couple artists. I write my joints. You know what I'm saying? Just saying with no music. You know what I mean? I don't like making music, but Yeah, you know, so that's what I do. I do just a lot of
So
penmanship. I'm big on
So what's
penmanship.
that feeling like? So it has to be a different feeling when you're hearing your words.
Yeah,
it's
that's
coming out from someone else's.
Yeah, I don't trip
voice.
off that. You know what I mean? I want the message to be heard. That's my focus.
Yeah.
You know, the message to get across. That's why I wrote it. I wrote this for you, and I want credit, and I want all of that. You know what I'm saying? We got our arrangements on how that goes, and taking that course. But the overall picture that we're trying to paint is for the message to be interpreted, perceived, interpreted and received accordingly. So long as that message is getting out, it's touching the people and it's serving its purpose, then we good. You know what I mean? We right on point.
Because it seems like that's how beef originates. It comes down to that struggle of whose credit is this? Going to segue into that Drake versus
I don't know
Pusha T
nothing
stuff.
about what beef
Who's
is,
riding for
man.
who, who's
'Cause
riding
at
for-
the end
exactly.
of the day,
What is beef?
that don't
because
exist
that's gonna
over
trickle
here.
into last week, man. 'cause
It
last
don't exist over here, man. You can feel how you want to feel to whatever you got over here, but it's not going to affect nothing over here, man. I'm worrying about self and worrying about progressing to the next step. If I had to sit there and focus on the individual or every individual that had an issue with me, if there is one or whoever it may be, man, I'd be far behind the power curve. We ain't got time for that. You know what I mean?
And that sounds like the perfect mentality to have as a
I ain't got
ghostwriter.
no beef with nobody, man. I got a purpose I'm trying to serve. That's it. You know, whatever you choosing to do with your time and your attention, that's on you over there. But over here, ain't no beef over here. I got a mission to accomplish. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got those thoughts out.
I feel that, man. I feel
Ghostwriter
that.
mentality. I
Man.
like that.
So, Spoke,
What's cracking?
where do you feel like the career is going from here? Like, what's next?
Shit,
What's-
what do you say? All the way up. That's
Oh,
how I
yeah.
feel, man.
Well, like for real,
Nah,
man.
real
Like,
talk.
what's next
It's a
for the
lot
bro
of-
Spoke, man? Like,
a lot of different avenues as far as doors is opening up, and I'm appreciative of that. You know, hopefully after by the end of the summer, man, we got a few new opportunities. But right now, I'm just in the lab, man, prepping for this next battle in August. What's it called? I'm actually writing a track for somebody right now, one of the up and coming artists out here. You know, he real nice, but writing a track for him. I ain't gonna put him out there right now, nothing like that. But
right.
definitely be on the look for that. You hear a track called Big 40.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, okay. We know
Whoever dropped that in
we
the
know
near
that
future.
was Mr. 4 and 40 himself.
You know what I'm saying? That Big 40 track, that shit is fire though, man. But I'm just working with artists, man, looking for cats, looking to work. You know what I mean? Want to bring
Man,
something
y'all-
different to the table. I do
y'all
a lot.
hear
I
that?
do a
So
lot.
when you write a song, like, do you have like certain artists in mind? Like, I know this person would be ideal for this, or you try to just get the thoughts out.
Nah, man. I actually go with the thoughts first, man. The thoughts. It's all about. Like I said, what's the best way to deliver something to the people? Not watered down. You know what I'm saying? Give them quality. All of that. You know, what's the best way? And then once I vaguely blueprint that out right there, then we go to, all right, who would be ideal for this type thing? You know what I'm saying? You know, if you sit there and you going off, well, this name is popping, or this person over there, they got a wave behind them. You know, all that shit can be temporary. You looking for longevity in everything you do, so don't take that temporary approach. I mean, that's how I look at it.
Right.
Lit.
Right.
That's a nice writer's perspective right there. I feel that.
Yeah.
So what's up, Spoken?
So let's get into this, man. This will be the last part of this segment, man. So when I first caught wind of Spoken, when I was first introduced to you, bro, like you had made a visual, I think it was with Buddy Miles.
Yeah. Buddy Miles, shout
and-
out
and
Marathon
that's-
Music in New York.
And that's
Bronx,
where you
New
that's
York in the
that's
building.
and the one thing that stood out, you would always emphasize like, yo, I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
You was those words like verbatim, and I quote, it was, I am not a rapper.
Yeah.
So-
I had the shirt on in the video that
Yeah.
said I am not a rapper. Like, actually, for that video, well, for that track in itself, a lot of people don't know. They was like, oh, I thought you don't rap, because they heard my voice on the beat.
Right.
Believe it or not, man, they flew me out to New York. We shot the video and recorded that whole weekend. I actually spent the entire time in the booth, no music. I heard the track once or twice prior to going in there, but when I record all my vocals, everything's
It's all
acapella.
acapella.
The whole nine. And they did their little thing, laid it on where they wanted, how they wanted it, and that's how it came out to be like it was. But yeah, I wouldn't rap it on no beat or nothing, man. I just would not do me, my acapella lyricism, spit my bars, talk my shit, and then they lay it how they want to lay it. But it worked out real nice though. That's why I say I bring something different to the table. Right. So it ain't too many music videos out or too many artists out there that got some shit rocking like that.
Right.
Definitely
So
different. Gotta keep it foreign.
Right. So if you had to sum it up, man, if you're not a rapper, if you had to sum up Spoken in one word, what would it be?
Spoken in one word.
Only one.
Shit, one word, man. Valid.
I think I stumped the champ.
Nah, it's not. Valid. Spoken is valid.
Fuck with that. Validity, man.
Everything I do, you know what I'm saying, I believe I'm 100% valid in
authentic, man.
doing what
It's
I'm
genuine.
doing and why I'm doing it. You feel me?
Yeah. I feel that, man.
Ain't nothing being done just for the moment to pass time. You feel?
Right.
We ain't wasting no time, man. We ain't getting that back. Can't
Ain't no
do that.
wasted motion.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
everything is for a purpose.
No false steps. I fucks with
Everything
that.
got validity.
I fucks with that, man. So that's your bro Spoken for you, man. We gonna head and
Goes
close
on.
out this segment, man. Spoken, we appreciate you coming
Hey, I
by,
appreciate
man.
it,
Chopping
man.
it